Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. RCMP say there are no new updates today as the search for the suspect in a fatal shooting continues. On Monday, a 28-year-old woman from Pelican Narrows was killed in the community, and the RCMP continue to search for the suspect. This is the third homicide investigation started in the last month in a community that has less than 3,000 residents. Leaders have taken steps to get a handle on the violence in the region, including implementing an ATV ban. At the time of the shooting, a security check stop was active at the community's only road entrance. The check stop, where security checks IDs and confiscates drugs and alcohol, is manned by private security hired by local council.
Our community is very is on high alert. I know they're living in fear, and we are doing all we can as leadership to get the resources into the community.
Community leaders will fly to Ottawa next week to speak with the Federal Minister of Indigenous Services. Sentencing for a man who admitted to starting a massive wildfire has been postponed. It marks the second delay in the proceedings. 29-year-old Jason Halkett pleaded guilty to arson, admitting to setting the Ditch 2 wildfire last year. The flames burned more than 200,000 hectares of forest, threatening communities in the Larange area. Halkett's lawyer said the court delay has to do with getting a Gladue report completed. It's a document that outlines an Indigenous offender's life circumstances and systemic factors to help inform an appropriate sentence. His rescheduled court date is August 20th. At that time, a judge is expected to hear victim impact statements from property owners, firefighters, to determine a sentence. The offense carries a maximum sentence of up to 14 years in prison. The city of Prince Albert has updated its fire ban effective today at noon. Due to recent precipitation in the area, the fire ban issued on May 26th for all areas north of the North Saskatchewan River, including Little Red River Park, is lifted. The city reminds residents all recreational burning needs to follow city bylaws or risk a $300 fine. The fire department reminds residents to follow fire safety rules when using fire pits or barbecues. Water levels on the South Saskatchewan River are expected to increase in the coming days. The Water Security Agency says it's seen a significant increase in outflows from the Gardner Dam and will be releasing water from Lake Diefenbaker. Starting Sunday, outflows are expected to increase from about 280 cubic meters per second to about 700 cubic meters per second. The WSA says that means the South Saskatchewan River will rise 1.4 meters through the Moon Lake and a little more than half a meter in Saskatoon. It says a large rainfall in Alberta this week, combined with a well above normal mountain runoff set to arrive later this month, are the contributing factors to the high water flows. People are advised to be cautious in and around the river. Well, Jeff, a little bit less rain, but not as much sunshine, just kind of right in that middle zone today.
Yeah, it was kind of a gray day. There's no question about it, John. And temperatures certainly reflect the grayness, the lack of radiant heat of the sun. So without that energy, temperature staying below seasonal. Still keeping our eye on this, something we talked about yesterday, that even though most of the province is going to be dealing with relatively dry conditions, albeit on the cool side, and the southwestern part of the province is impacted by a little bit of shower activity. And it looks like it's creeping across south central Saskatchewan as well. But we'll talk about the weekend outlook. Is there some rain in the forecast? Well, we'll see.
Well, farmers have seen a decrease in the gopher population compared to last year. Producers are still looking forward to having strychnine in their toolbox. Right now, producers are taking a training course to use strychnine in a safe and responsible way. Added moisture and cooler temperatures have kept gopher numbers down, putting producers in a better situation than last spring. With the training and tighter restrictions, producers say strychnine will be used in a responsible manner.
I would encourage the public, certainly the non-farming public, to recognize the value of having a toolbox full of tools, and hope that there's a level of trust that they would place in producers to use those tools correctly and effectively.
The strychnine stewardship training for this season is available until August 1st. Producers have nearly completed seeding across the province. There was major progress last week, reaching 80% complete, up from 52% last week. Despite the gains, it still trails the 5- and 10-year averages. The Southwest leads the way, followed by West Central Saskatchewan, then Southeast and Northwest regions, while Northeast and East Central are still catching up at 67% and 63% respectively. Pulse crops like lentils and peas remain the most advanced, with Durham close behind, while other crops are still seeing strong progress. Saskatoon police continue to praise the benefits of complex needs shelters like the one on Idlewild Drive. The 15-bed shelter opened in August of 2024, giving police an alternative to detention cells or an emergency room. Patients can only access the building if police bring them in, where they're seen by nurses and mental health and addiction support workers before being connected to services such as addiction treatment, housing, income assistance, and other wraparound supports.
It's been instrumental, really, in helping us work with individuals who are in the community who have complex needs, often addictions, concerns, and they provide a really, really great care for people in need, for people who are in that circumstance.
The province says the complex needs shelter has seen 4,000 patients since it opened nearly 2 years ago, and almost all have accepted transportation to services and supports. The province says it's 30% complete on the design for Saskatoon's second French school. This is the future site of the new Francophone elementary school in Saskatoon's Kensington neighborhood. The school is planned for about 400 pre-kindergarten to grade 6 students, along with a 51-space childcare center. The Sask Builds and Procurement Minister says it's too early to provide details on cost and timeline for the project. The Education Minister and Saskatchewan's Francophone School Board addressed criticism about the school being French language only rather than French immersion or English, saying all parts of the education system need to be considered.
Having that opportunity for the French community in Saskatchewan, which has a strong history and strong culture, and we need to recognize that, and so we're doing so with projects like this.
Without a Francophone school, there won't be a Francophone community in the future. Immersion programs in Anglophone schools serve different needs.
Regina opened its third French school in March, and Prince Albert is set to get a new one that will replace École Valois. After the break, summer programming at the Prince Albert Historical Society. Jasmine Pelche previews upcoming downtown tours, farm tours, and day camps.
I am with Jerry at the Prince Albert Historical Museum to talk about some of the Historical Society's programs that are happening this summer. So to start off, we're going to go, I guess, in terms of what's coming up quickly. What do we got first?
Well, we're really excited about our downtown walking tours again. They'll be every Thursday and Sunday at 2 p.m. And this is a new walking tour that has been redesigned for our visitors. It's $2 a person, and you can call 306-764-2992, and or you can just drop in and join the group as they head out on their walking tour.
For the walking tour, what types of locations are chosen?
So we'll start out here at the museum and head down Central Avenue, and then they'll be going off of Central Avenue over to First Avenue East, and then back to the museums. And it takes you by significant historical sites, and you'll stop at each site and be able to have some conversation there.
What else have we got going on?
Well, on Thursday, June 25th at 10 o'clock, we are going out to Bison Ridge Farms for a tour out there. And if you like, we can even have a wiener roast out there. It's $10 a person for the tour, and then $2.50 for each hot dog or smoky that you would like. And you just have to call and register.
What is, I guess, the tie-in then with the Historical Society? Like, what is the historical significance of this?
Well, bison were here long before any of us were here, and they are a keystone species that were very important to this area, and it's what attracted people to this area.
Right, what else do we got?
Okay, then we get into our camps. Oh my gosh, do we have summer camps. We have History Hunter 2.0 camp for the 7 to 12-year-olds. It starts July 6th. It runs to July 10th. It's every morning from 9 till 12. And the cost is $75 per kid for the whole week. And in this camp, they will be discovering the mysteries of Central Avenue. So they'll play some Minute to Win It games. When they win the game, they get to pick clues, and then they use the clues to figure out what the question mark on the map is. We're going to be doing some interesting crafts with the Arts Center, and then let's go exploring. And we rent a 15-passenger van and we hit the trail and we go to historic places. So our first stop will be the Rostern Mennonite Museum and then on to Wanuskewin for a totally different type of experience. The next trip will be Melfort and Tisdale District Museums. And then we're going to the Doukhobor Dugout Houses. And then we have our fourth trip is to be decided, and that trip is $20 per person per trip, and adults are allowed to come with us if they're connected to one of the youth, and $75 for all four. And then we have our Mini Explorers half-day camps, and so they get one half-day in July and one half-day in August. Mini Explorers are 4 to 7 years old. They come with an adult, and they do the best activities from our big kid camps for that morning. And that is $15 per camper. And they have to come with an adult, but every adult is able to bring more than one child. And then our last camp will be in August, and that's August 10th to the 14th, and it's like, can you hear me now? It's communication across the ages, and we're going to be discovering secret codes, things like telegraphs and ham radios and telephone, and we have a day set aside for Indigenous communications across the ages as well.
Anything else that's important to get across that we might not have mentioned?
Well, all of our museums are open every day, 9 till 5, 7 days a week. And we have an excellent crew of summer students who are ready to give you a tour, to answer your questions. And also our tea room is open upstairs, Monday to Saturday, 11 till 3, and they are serving all kinds of wonderful food, desserts, and fancy drinks. Have you been for a dirty soda?
Not yet.
Well, you have to give it a try because it's delicious.
I'll put that on my summer to-do list.
Okay.
You guys definitely have a lot coming up, jam-packed summer. Thank you for taking a minute to talk to me about it.
Thanks so much.
A detailed look at weather with Jeff is coming after the break, and later, specifically designed robots changing the way chemotherapy is prepared. So, Jeff, a little less unsettled today across the country, and that sort of cyclone or whatever that reverse counterclockwise thing, it's kind of wrung itself out.
Well, it really has. And what's left of it is impacting parts of northwestern Ontario. But, you know, we are anticipating more in the way of some showers off the west coast and making its way inland. And so if your travel plans are taking you out to BC, and particularly Vancouver and Victoria, it looks like it's going to be on again, off again showers right through the next week or 7 days thereabouts. Keeping our eye on this system as well that's on the east side of the Rockies, and that extends down into southwestern Saskatchewan and parts of Montana and the Dakotas. It's one big deal there. So, yeah, we've got some inclement weather. Good news, it might be a great night. If you get some break in the clouds, it might be a terrific night to watch the Northern Lights, because right now we have G3 action, so that's decent enough to see something. So we'll have to wait and see if that comes to fruition, even if we can even see it at all. So that's how our satellite and radar shot is shaping up. Let's take a look at our futurecast. Computer modeling, that computer is telling us basically that we've got, yes, some unsettled conditions that are going to persist in parts of Alberta. Just sort of glancing Saskatchewan and then up into the northwestern corner of our province. But all in all, things are starting to calm down in Saskatchewan as we make our way into Friday. So 9 degrees for Spiritwood overnight, 10 in the Battlefords. Many of these places dealing with cloudy or partly cloudy skies. Cloudy in Candle Lake and Birch Hills, Rostern 9 degrees, 9 as well in Nipawin, and 8 degrees in Melfort. So a pretty consistent temperature pattern, basically around 9 degrees across the region. And then as we make our way into tomorrow, well, once again, fairly consistent with the temperatures and sky conditions. Mainly cloudy skies prevail. 22 for a high in Spiritwood, 23 for the Battlefords, the same for Candle Lake and Birch Hills and Rostern and Nipawin and Melfort. So for all you Michael Jordan fans, it's a great day. There you go. Anyhow, let's make our way towards, I know there's other 23s, but that's the first one that came to mind. Partly cloudy skies for Prince Albert tonight, 9 degrees. Winds out of the east at 10 kilometers an hour. And then, as I mentioned, some fog patches showing up. Those will dissipate as we make our way into tomorrow. 23 degrees for a high, mainly cloudy skies. Winds out of the south, 20. So a warm wind and temperatures getting to above seasonal values by a couple of points. Now on to the 7-day forecast for Prince Albert area. Once again, 23 degrees on Saturday. Sunday, 21 degrees, but it comes with a chance of showers, and that chance of showers lingers into Monday. 19 degrees for a high. 22 on Tuesday, 21 on Wednesday, and a bit more in the way of cloud and a chance of some showers 1 week from today, and a somewhat chilly 16 degrees.
And that number 23, if someone was to put it on a stamp and just put it against every day across for a couple of weeks, I think nobody would have too many complaints.
I don't think so. It seems like a pretty reasonable temperature and quite, you know, I'll say pleasurable.
There you go. All right. Well, Jeff, 3 members of the Prince Albert Raiders are now at the NHL Combine. The team announced this week defender Daxon Rudolph, goalie Mikhail Orszalak, and forward Jonas Sievertson were in Buffalo for the 2026 NHL Scouting Combine. The event combines medical and physical testing as well as team interviews. All 32 teams will be watching the top 100 or so draft-eligible prospects ahead of the 2026 NHL entry draft at the end of June, also in Buffalo. Rudolph is the 5th-ranked North American skater, Orszalak the 2nd-ranked North American goaltender, and Sievertson sits at number 53 among North American skaters for Central Scouting's final rankings.
Do you have a community event you would like to promote? Or maybe you'd like to draw attention to your organization. Let your local CTV station help you spread the word. Contact us at 306-922-6020 or email panews@ctv.ca. You can appear on CTV Prince Albert's News at 5 and get your message to our viewers.
Vancouver General Hospital has become the first facility in Canada to use specially designed robots to help prepare chemotherapy treatments. Kevin Chirac has more on how the technology is changing the way cancer care is delivered.
Meet Vancouver General Hospital's new cancer-fighting robots.
This is a very life-saving technology.
Chiro Oncology robots, known as chemo robots, help prepare and assemble treatments for patients. They also reduce exposure for healthcare workers handling hazardous drugs.
It allows us to be much more efficient with our workflow.
The old way, it used to take pharmacy techs about an hour to produce 12 doses of treatment. Now, with the robots, it takes about 40 minutes. Doesn't seem like much, but on a mass scale, makes a big difference.
We are able to speed up our drug delivery process and production by approximately 30% relative to doing it in a manual fashion.
Launched in December, staff say they're proving to be a game changer.
We needed to make sure the accuracy, safety, and timely delivery of our medication. And all these 3 were met by Chiro Oncology robots.
The $3 million robots are the first in Canada and funded through the VGH and UBC Hospital Foundation's Greater Than Cancer campaign.
It's an important investment.
Angela Chapman, president of the foundation, says technology like this could have a bigger impact down the road.
So making them on demand in the way that they're done by these chemo robots will save money. And we believe that then that will be proof of concept for this to roll out in other locations in BC and, of course, across Canada.
And while errors can happen, staff say they are extremely rare and always caught.
So if there is an unexplained differential in what we expect, like what the robot expects, the robot knows and goes, nope, don't use this drug, redo it.
For now, the robots are focused on leukemia and bone marrow transplant patients. But with demand for cancer care rising, staff say they could help the system keep up.
This is just hopefully the beginning.
Kevin Chirac, CTV News, Vancouver.
A Quebec research team has identified something which could halt the paralysis caused by ALS. The neurodegenerative disease, sometimes known as Lou Gehrig's disease, attacks the neurons controlling movement, leading to rapid paralysis. Most other research has centered on the motor regions of the brain, but the Montreal team chose to focus instead on the cerebellum, which is associated with balance and coordination. Research conducted on zebrafish found the disease may begin outside the brain's motor regions before the first visible symptoms appear. This could eventually lead to earlier diagnosis and better treatment. All right, Jeff, are you a big fan of wine? Are you a wine drinker? Wino?
That's like a fan of wine. What is that? Do I have a cultivated palate? I do not.
There you go. Okay, probably neither do I. Well, we're probably a little bit, I guess, not classy enough for this next one.
Well, thanks. Speak for yourself.
Well, a French winery has restored a collection of late 19th century wines discovered in Czechia.
It was really authentic Chateau d'Yquem 1892 and 96. We proceeded to the recorking process, which means we replaced the old cork with a new one. And we also put a new capsule on the cork to protect it. But we respected the whole shape of the bottle, even the dusty aspect.
For years, those bottles were hidden in the chapel floor of a castle, 133 of them, most dating between 1892 and 1899, were hidden there around the end of the Second World War. The place it was stored was a good one, and they say the wine's quality was proven after being tested in 2016. And Jeff, I don't know about the corks, that would probably turn me off of it, but if that's a red, I would try it.
Hey, you know what? Reuniti on ice, so nice.
There you go, exactly. And
you have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, you can just throw an ice cube in it if you don't like it.